Good evening. Our top story. Are you on the suckers list? Not sure what that is? Well, it's when scammers sell on your personal details, and here in Yorkshire, more than 8,000 of us are on it.
Yes, the National Scams team says criminals target individuals by letter, email or telephone, often taking money for bogus vitamin pills or entries into mega draws. One elderly lady who fell victim to this is Elsie Ferguson, who lives near Selby. Lara Rostron went to meet her.
Swamped with scam mail.
You have won the sum of £44,125.44.
Elsie Ferguson and her son Paul bought bogus vitamin pills from a firm claiming to be the real deal. But the company sold on Elsie's details so that she was inundated with mail. Each envelope aimed at getting her to send more money for a chance to win tens of thousands of pounds.
They are targeting the elderly. I am coming up to 83 and I am not a well person. So if it doesn't stop, I would say I would get very angry because it's not necessary.
Elsie, who wears a special hearing aid, stopped entering the competitions months ago, and yet she still gets the letters. And all because in the past she bought lamps, vitamins, chocolates and creams.
My name is Andy Fox from North Yorkshire Trading Standards, and I've come here to talk to you today about scam mail.
Trading Standards say her case is typical.
We see a lot of this in Trading Standards, where we attend victims' homes who are answering scam mail, where we will go in and we will see a lot of scam mail throughout the house, and the victim is keen to answer it, genuinely believing that they've won a prize.
Elsie learnt the hard way that there is no prize.
In my experience, whether you win or not makes no difference. You still don't get any money.
The only winner is the company that gets Elsie's money and address. In North Yorkshire, there are 2,000 names on the suckers list, and not all are as lucky as Elsie.
There's another lady as well who lives in a different part of North Yorkshire, but we believe she's actually sold her house in order to finance scam mail. And when I've been around to see her, I've been told that she's actually going to her neighbours because she can't afford to feed herself, because all the money she has is going on answering scam mail.
Scam mail can devastate lives. Trading Standards say the only advice in this situation is, if a letter like this looks too good to be true, it always, not probably, is. Lara Rostron, BBC Look North, Selby.
Well, one woman who knows all too well about how these scams work is Marilyn Baldwin from Chesterfield, who campaigned to get scam mail banned.
Her late mother, Jessica, was conned out of £50,000, so she set up the charity Think Jessica to protect vulnerable people from scams like this. Marilyn, thank you for joining us. So you've had first experience of this kind of fraud. Just remind us about your mum's story.
Well, what happened with my mum, she replied to a letter that told her she won a competition. Her name got put on a suckers list, and over a period of 5 years she received around 30,000 scam letters.
And we heard there £50,000 she spent in that time.
That's an estimate. We really don't know. I mean, she was sending it by cheque, postal order and cash.
So you've been campaigning to stop this ever since. Is enough being done to help vulnerable people against scammers?
Well, when I started this campaign, it was 10 years ago, and then we were identifying victims that were getting up to 100 scam letters a day. I mean, work is being done now around scams. Over the last few years, we've got the Trading Standards Scams team, and we've got Trading Standards officers going out to visit victims on suckers lists. But there's still a long, long way to go.
Would you say that Trading Standards is the right office to try and sort the problem, or is there some way that another organisation can do this?
Well, I think it's got to be the law enforcement agencies and Trading Standards working together to be more effective, because the amount of victims now, there's hundreds of thousands of victims being identified across the country, and Trading Standards have limited manpower and have limited resources. So it's, you know, we need to look at the bigger picture and get more manpower out.
I suppose in that sense then, do the mail themselves have a bit of responsibility? Because they presumably will know if they're delivering so many scam letters to certain individuals. Can they do anything about it?
Yeah, I mean, the Royal Mail are flagging up victims. They've started doing this quite recently, flagging up victims as getting large amounts of mail. But by the time they're flagged up, a lot of these victims have already been fleeced of all their money, or they're so groomed by it that they still believe, you know, that they are going to win, and they continue to do it.
What would you like to see done then, Marilyn?
I think the government now has got to tackle this like the no smoking campaign. We've got to get massive education campaigns out there to forewarn and protect older people so that everybody recognises scams when they do drop through the letterbox.
Thank you for coming in, Marilyn.
Thank you.